Well, mandolins they're tough. Took me like 3 hours to build my first one, but now I got it down in like an hour. It's pretty good. I started looking around, you know, people's garages and shit like that, just grabbing whatever I could. And
did they know that you were in the garages?
I don't know if they knew, and some of them might. You know, I tried to find old garages, you know, like 60-plus-year-olds, because you know they tinker, but they're forgetful.
They don't need it.
They don't need it. In the process of restoring all these tools and working on this mandolin, I went straight to master woodworker. And the upsetting thing was, you know, I built a beautiful instrument, but with a beautiful instrument comes strings, picks. And so I had to take it back a couple notches and just kind of work on the fundamentals, which I know it's the backwards way to do it, but
But you're a master.
It's the way I work.
Yeah.
So anyway, I started trying to build a simple box, and basically to hold all of my picks, strings, tuners, batteries, whatnot. So I've been working on this box for about 6 months now. I think about another 6 months I think I'll have her licked, but you know, it's a little bit more difficult than I thought working with the fundamentals of wood. You know, just going straight into, you know, carving an F hole in an F model mandolin was easy peasy, but cutting a straight piece, straight line in a piece of wood, unreal, ridiculous. Yeah, I wanted to, you know, you see all the master players play Gibsons and stuff like that, so I didn't have the money to do a Gibson. You know, $10,000 is, for me, it's doable, but I could, you know, spend money on, that's a lot of beer money, really. So I decided to make my own Gibson, and I actually modeled it after, you know, the 1923 Lloyd Loar F model. And so I did some research and figured out how he did it, and decided I could do it a little bit better, so I did. And after a time, I thought it looked a little too nice, so I put in a little distress stuff in there. You know, people go crazy for that vintage look nowadays.
As the heart and soul of the band, I got to listen to a lot of music. I mean, these other guys aren't coming up with the ideas. I got to come up with them. It's my job, and I do a pretty fucking good job about it. If the very prestigious awards show last year is any indication. So I draw on a lot of inspiration from my records. What do we got up here? Three Dog Night, naturally. All right, one of my favorites. Learned how to drive to that fucking record. A lot of people didn't have records in their cars, but whatever, I did. Most of my stuff's on digital. Digital sounds better. I mean, there's no mistaking that. Lots of people say vinyl's better, but there's too many pops and whistles and BS. Digital is the way to go. So that's what I do in my off time. I listen to a lot of music, and I'm original. I don't need to rip any of it off. So that's what I do. I sit around and I listen to everything that's ever been written and played, and I draw inspiration from it in writing originals for the Flea-Bitten Tramps, and in making brand new arrangements that nobody's ever even heard of. So that's me. That's me. I'm the heart and soul because of this music collection right here.
I see these magic cards up there. You play them once in a while.
You know, we play. We're no stranger to magic cards. I prefer a zombie deck. And not just because of The Walking Dead. I was playing zombie decks before The Walking Dead was a big deal. I don't know if people know about that, but it's pretty serious. I can take over a table with all my zombies, and that's just the way it goes. The way of the road.
Do you have a normal job, or is the band pretty much?
No, I hit the road and I play in magic tournaments a lot, and that's about it. I recycle cans. I detail cars, but that's mostly because you can find a lot of change, right? And look in the seats. So, you know, I make a pretty good living doing that, a couple $100 a week.
banjo, pretty much. That's what I do.
Did you learn how to play banjo for this band?
Yes.
Do you like playing the banjo?
Yes.
There are a lot of dogs in this neighborhood. Does the noise of the banjo seem to bother them?
No, I think they like it. I'll go outside and play sometimes, and it gets this one all riled up, and she goes and fights the other dogs at the fence. I think that's their way of saying that they like it. They bark a lot when I'm playing, and it seems to be a thing they enjoy.
You've said in the past that barking increased in the last 5 years in your neighborhood.
Yeah, quite a bit. You know, when I got here, it was a pretty quiet neighborhood, and I think they probably started barking. You know, every time I'm home playing the banjo, they're out there barking. So my neighbors are usually yelling out their patio doors, and I think they enjoy it too. So it seems to be something the whole neighborhood can get together with.
Would you consider yourself a dog whisperer with the banjo?
Yeah, I feel like Pied Piper, the banjo. They kind of follow me around the neighborhood, barking, biting at my heels when I'm playing, and yeah, they enjoy it.
To the bass player's practice space. I've never been back here. I don't even know what the hell it is.
This is a shady part of town for sure.
This is the worst part of town. Even those trees look like they're gang affiliated.
My daddy trucked, my grandpappy trucked, now I truck. It's kind of a thing, you know, you're born with the trucking. It's kind of like playing bass, you're just born with it, you know. You don't just pick it up and decide to do it one day. I know it's only 4 strings, it doesn't sound like a lot, but any more than 4 strings and you're just asking for trouble. Nobody belongs up in the higher register. It's just it's not the place to be. Since the earliest times, the cavemen, they communicated in bass, and they're ooh, ooh, ooh. That's bass. That's primal, man. It's in your blood. It's something you got to do. Just like trucking, you know. When I hop in that truck and I smell that diesel, you just know that it's right. I like to take in a lot of street cats because I know they got it rough out there, and you know, I rehabilitate them a bit and kind of hire them on the payroll, feed them, water them, we house them, and we keep them warm in the winter. We got the good setup over here for them. We got the 50-gallon drums with the heated electronics and igloos, and in return they kill mice, and they take care of the you know, got your mice, your ferrets, your pheasants, your rabbits. Every now and again you get a stray dog over in the yard and they chase them right off. It's important to have them around, though we've been known to lose a few from time to time. Up in the cemetery on the hill up there, we got about three new additions this last couple months, and it's Blackie, Blackie 2, Whitey, Whiteface, Catty Busey, Sir Meows-a-Lot, and Fluffball. You know, that was just this last year. And One-Eye Jack's up there. He's the darndest cat. He'd hop right up in the truck with you, just sit there in the dash. He's got it in his blood just like me. If he were human, I swear he'd be driving truck and playing bass too. I might have some competition out there. But
not everybody has a truck and cat.
nope. Those are tough cats though. They don't shy around these things. You could be coming in the yard doing 50 miles an hour. They'll hop right in front of you and jump on a wheel and try to get up in the cab. There's a few of them that's a little shy of it, but you know, it's just in their blood, man. Grow up around trucks, bound to be a trucker.
Way of the road.
Way of the road, man. Way of the road.